This is Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Lugnuts pitcher Josh Hiatt. Josh, how old were you when you first pitched in a baseball game?
I think when I first pitched, I was either 9 or 10 years old, I believe. I think I started playing when I was 8, and I think I started pitching at 9 or 10.
Did you ask to pitch, or did a coach simply put you on the mound?
I'm not really sure. I don't remember. I think just put me on the mound.
How early was it when you discovered, hey, I'm a really good pitcher?
I'd say sometime around I was like 14 or 15. I guess that's kind of when college baseball felt like a real thing, and until then I thought I was pretty good, but not like anything special, I guess.
You're in high school, North Carolina high school baseball.
Yeah.
That's a competitive scene. How good was your team your junior, senior year?
Junior year we were really good. We went to regional final. Should have won it all. We won like 29 games that year, and we lost 4. And then next year, my senior year, we won the state championship and ranked nationally, and we had a really good team then.
Did you realize going into that year, hey, we can win the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. I think all of us kind of had the idea that we were going to win it all, and it was just kind of staying focused on just getting better every day.
What were your roles on that team?
On that team, I pitched either the Tuesday or Friday game, and then played shortstop when I wasn't pitching.
How good of a fielder were you?
Fielder, I was a pretty good fielder, I think. I was better at third than short, but during high school I played short. I think I could hit it, though.
All right, let's talk hitting. Do you miss hitting at all?
I do miss hitting, yeah. It's a lot more fun than pitching, so I think, yeah.
What was your best moment during your high school career, you personally, not just the team winning the whole thing, you individually?
When we played Audrey Kell one game, it was just our rival. We beat them 15-3, beat the absolute mess out of them, and pitched a pretty good game. And I think I hit really well, and that was like one of my better games in high school. Either that or I went on a streak of not getting out for like 12 or 13 at bats. So
what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So 12, 13 at bats, hits, walks, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
They had to pitch around you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it was. I just seen the ball really well, so.
Did you grow up a Tar Heels fan?
I did, yeah. Mostly for basketball, though. I will say that.
So when North Carolina started to recruit you, you said, this is where I want to go.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wanted to go there even before I even saw the campus and stuff, so, yeah.
What year were you when you committed?
Just after sophomore year of high school.
So your first trip there, how was that?
It was a lot of fun. It was a good trip, just being able to see the campus and stuff, because I never saw it, just watched basketball on TV, so seeing the campus definitely brought out even more joy from me.
So here's what I read. Your first year, your freshman year, you didn't play, right? What happened?
That's a great question. Never heard an answer from it. They just didn't really tell me anything, but didn't play at all and just continued to work pretty much by myself.
Redshirt freshman year, you're the closer, right? How did you get the closer role?
It's a good question, because back in the fall I was just starting games pretty much, and then came a point in the mid-fall that I was coming to relief, and for some reason came back in the spring and they had me closing at the back end of the game, so didn't really tell me if I was closing or not, but I kind of figured I'd be a reliever and throw a lot.
Was it a surprise to you when you were named co-team player of the year?
Yeah, it was a little bit. We had a lot of good players on that team, 3 first-rounders. So obviously, we were a really stacked team, so kind of a little bit.
Let me ask you about one of those first-rounders in the Blue Jays system. Logan Warmoth was taken in the first round year before. How well do you know Logan?
Pretty well, yeah. He's a great guy, obviously. You just see how he plays and stuff. He's a great player, but I think he's an even better guy than he is a player.
And then you, all right, following your redshirt freshman year, such a great year. How was the following year? How was 2018?
It had its ups and downs. Kind of butted heads a little bit. I think personally for me it was just a struggle sometimes, but I was just working through that. Sometimes I had to rely on my teammates, and sometimes I rely on myself, honestly. So I just had to find what worked for me that year. So.
Did you have any expectations going into the draft?
Not really. Thought my sophomore year might help me some more than my junior year because I didn't have the best junior year. I didn't really know what to expect. But yeah, I was just kind of waiting on the draft. Kind of had an idea where I might be, but not sure.
The draft day approaches and the draft days, but the day that you were drafted, were you paying close attention to the draft tracker?
A little bit, not too much. I remember I was in the weight room working out. It was like practice, and I had to go in and lift. And I remember then I was kind of like talking to my agent and stuff a little bit, like, hear anything? And I'll just like go back to working out. And then he called me and told me Blue Jays about to take me. So
what are you thinking?
I'm very excited. So like first thing I did was call my mom, dad, and tell them like turn on whatever computer, I guess, about to announce. So.
Did you ask any of your teammates who had earlier gone to the pros? Did you ask anybody for advice? What's minor league baseball going to be like?
I didn't really ask my teammates. I asked my high school guys. Went from pretty prestigious high school, so a lot of those guys kind of went through it. Just talking to my high school coach and people like that. A lot of people I hang out with and stuff, how that is. So.
All right, so your first professional season. How was it in the minor leagues? Wait, you don't play. What happened?
Well, I pitched the whole junior year hurt. So.
What was your injury?
Just a shoulder injury. So, I rehabbed as soon as I got drafted. It wasn't the most fun. It actually sucked. It was really bad. But just tried to stay positive as I could and just continued to work hard and just kind of trust the process.
Was there a point in the off season where you said, I'm back to 100% again?
I think when I started throwing again, because I threw in the back end of the fall in instructs, and my arm was still like kind of weird. It felt better, but not 100%. And then I started back my throwing program, and everything like felt really good. And so for me right now, as long as my arm feels good, and it has been, my stuff might not be there the same, but I feel good, and that's all that's important right now.
When you go into spring training, your very first spring training, did you go in with any goals?
My goal was just to get better every outing. Missing a whole year of baseball, kind of tough to start like being really good right away. So mine was just to get better every outing. And it wasn't like strike out a certain number of people, but at the end of the day, did I feel like I got better, So.
How was your spring training?
Pretty well. I mean, I think I did a good job accomplishing my job.
You're in Lansing.
Yeah. I think I did a good job of accomplishing my goal, just getting better every time I went out there. Still some things I need to work on, but I think just more reps and stuff will come.
All right, let me ask you, what do you need to work on?
For me right now, it's just getting a better feel of the mound, getting a better feel of my body on the mound, and fixing some mechanical issues, kind of pulling off a little bit, so just kind of staying through the ball and driving down towards the plate.
You mentioned your different roles, started and then closing, and now we're seeing you piggybacking, alternating with Juan DePaula.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference starting compared to coming in out of the pen?
I kind of like the piggyback, gives you kind of best of both worlds. Kind of like starting, you're able to just like get a good warm-up routine and everything, but I kind of like the piggyback. That way I can come back into relief, and I'm still on that 5-day schedule. That way I have plenty of time to prep and stuff. I like being on a good routine, so.
When you're back to being you again, the Josh Hiatt that everyone saw in high school, and then the Josh Hiatt was co-UNC MVP and racked up all the accolades. What makes you tough as a pitcher to face?
I think for me it's just my competitive nature for one. Trying to get back into that. I feel like I'm not quite there yet all the way, but for me it's that and just movement on my pitches and stuff, and really just trying to trust in my pitches a little bit more than I am right now.
Do you have different out pitches for a right-handed batter compared to a lefty?
I did in college, like righty, I was strictly slider, lefty, I was strictly changeup. Then I would mix in changeup to righties, but right now I'm trying to find a good mix of the two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, still predominantly kind of like that same lefty, changeup, righty, slider, but I'm getting a better feel of pitches of both batters. So.
With your changeup, what grip do you use?
They're like a two-seam circle changeup grip right now.
How about slider? When did you first start to master that slider?
Well, it's kind of like my curveball. I threw my curveball one day in spring training, and the next day I threw it in a game. And my slider, I threw it in the middle of the year last year, just playing catch, and then that weekend I was throwing it in a game.
So you picked up the slider out of nowhere last year, and you picked up the curveball out of nowhere too?
Yeah, I just threw it the next game. I was like, I need to work on it, so what better way than in a game.
And finally, with Josh Hiatt, besides baseball, besides competing in sports, what else do you enjoy?
Really just relaxing. Got a beach house, so I like going down there and hanging out. Not all the time, but just like a few days. Just get away from everything.
We've got surfers on the team, beach volleyball players, boogie boarders. Do you have a favorite thing to do at the beach?
I like going in the water with people, stuff. Like I'm down with my family. Everybody has a house down there, so just doing that, just hanging out, relaxing.
Josh, thank you very much.
Yep, thank you very much.
Lansing Lugnuts pitcher Josh Hiatt. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, and this is Lugnuts Baseball.